All the books I want to read in the month of November as someone who likes to read a little bit of everything. As I always say, this is not guaranteed. This is a lot more like a mood board rather than a checklist. Two books that I would really like to make an effort to read this month are one classic and one translated piece of fiction. We have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte and we have The Ice Palace by Taja Vaisas. These two are both part of my effort to read a little bit more outside of my comfort zone, so these two are my November picks in that regard. I then have a very hyped new release that I'm particularly excited for, and that is The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. I read and gave 5 stars to both The Hacienda and Vampires of El Norte. This will be a beautiful blend of historical fiction, romance, a touch of horror. It's set in 1765 in a silver mine in Mexico, and it sounds like strange things are afoot. I also think I could be in the mood to finally finish the Mistborn trilogy. I have The Hero of Ages on my shelf. I really want to finish this series by the end of the year. I've seen so many people's reactions to reading this, and I don't know if my fragile heart is strong enough, quite frankly. I had 2 required readings for October. I read If We Were Villains, but I didn't read Babel, so this is rolling over onto my November TBR. My reasoning, honestly, is that I've just not been in the mood for it, and I really don't know if November is going to be that month, but I really want to make sure I pick this up at the right time. I also have my library hold of A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangyu Mandana. I saw a couple of people say that this is actually not a particularly autumnal book, and it's better to read it towards the end of the year. I read and really enjoyed The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This is going to be a very lovely, cozy, whimsical little romance. I can see myself reading a few romances this month. But you best believe that I am going to drop everything to read The Strength of the Few when it comes out on the 11th of November. This is the sequel to The Will of the Many, one of my all-time favorite books, my top book of the year. I've been waiting so long for the story to continue after that ending, so this is another priority. For those who regularly watch my videos, you'll know that I gave 5 stars to Drawn Together by Juliana Smith earlier in September, and she has 2 Christmas romances that are available on Kindle Unlimited. Because I've loved Drawn Together so much, I really want to pick up some of her backlist. So these are both romance options. That is a lot of books that I've talked about. I think it's going to be a great month.